How about now?
How about now?
Boom.
How about now?
Nice. Got to hear myself, which I hate personally. This day. All right. Got it worked out. Gotta just log out of the YouTube and log back in. Isn't that weird that that can happen on their servers? But you never know. Good morning to you, Mr. Kevin. My day is going rocky so far in these first 2-3 minutes, but it's looking up now. Uh, I am good. To For those that asked, I appreciate you. I hope y'all are doing good. Hey, Cedar Grow, how you doing? So yeah, I was also asking you guys how you were doing back. So feel free to answer that if you like. Right now, I'm gonna pull a couple of these. Trying to figure out where to put stuff that's close without having to run too far away. I don't like going back and forth to the camera sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You're doing great. Got coffee on the front porch. Man, that's just living life right there. Boom. It's a great day today, too. I know you in the South. So we got some beautiful weather today. They say some rain's coming, though. Not today, but it's coming. But we could use it. We could use it. It's a mallet head now. We got that all pulled off. Pulled off. This is all oak. We got glue all over it. We'll deal with that. We'll clean it up. And then we got this thing. This mamma jamma. Let me get you a little better on the actual stuff. All right. This mammer of jammers, I've added a little bit more material so I can have a little bit more thickness in the handle. Now this works perfectly for me. It's no problem. That's an oak handle. Um, Works fine. But there's also some benefit to having a bigger, meatier handle. And mine, this one, I'm not going to make quite as hefty as that, but as hefty as this, and this. You know what I'm saying? So this will be around the girth, or somewhere in the middle. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Wes. What up, Wild and Wavy? How you doing? I hope everybody's doing as good as Mr. Ebb sitting on the porch, sipping the good stuffery. I enjoy myself a good cup of coffee. I don't even know where mine is right now. Oh, there it is. Back at the cafe station. I'm gonna pull these because that's dry. Now, with strips like this on most woods that I've experienced that are like these narrow pieces running long grain, they will curl up when they get wet. So you got to clamp them down, even if they look flat. You got to clamp them down with a pretty good bit of pressure. Otherwise, they will crown and you'll have a separation issue. Because wood, when it gets wet, no matter what it gets wet with, it wants to turn back into a tree. You just watered it. And the part that's watered is the part that's going to react. The part that's not is going to not react. And then you'll have wet on this side, dry on that side, and it'll go, it'll want to do, you see that? It's a scientific analysis of the situation. All right. So I am thinking that I'll get a decent size shoulder on here, and then we'll just get back to something narrow by the time we get back to here. We may spread back out towards the bottom. We'll see. But the first order of business is going to be to get this glue out of here. That's not going to be good for us at all. I'm also going to put gloves on so I don't put oil all over this from my hands. Um, Having some Earl Grey. Oh man. Oh man, you're speaking my language. I promise you. There's two teas I really like. It's a blue tea that my wife brought home recently that I really like. It's like a blue jasmine or something. And Earl Grey is my go-to. Every now and then, coffee will dehydrate you a little bit. Every now and then, I'll opt for some tea in my morning instead of coffee. Anytime it's the evening and I get a craving for some caffeine or for some coffee, I'll drink tea instead. So, salute to you. With or without milk? I don't do milk in my tea. They do that in Thailand a whole lot, and it's quite delicious as a cold beverage. Um, but my coffee, a lot of cream, a lot of sugar. A lot of cream, a lot of sugar. Hey, Roy, how you doing? Thanks for pulling up. Mega K's also. Good morning to you. Thanks for pulling up. I like my Southern sweet tea. I mean, that's a way to go for sure. For sure. I had so much Southern sweet tea when I was a kid that my idea of sweet tea is so insane because I think it needs to be like it needs to be like body on standby with a stretcher. I'm gonna hit this real quick. Just gonna hit that real quick. I always love it when I do a little cut or something like that, and then a little grain. I don't know. I always think I should make something out of that, and I will. I definitely will. I might make a little box, put another couple pieces right there. I've got these sides to a beautiful little box in grain. All right, get back to it. Let's get back to it. Just black tea with sugar. I respect it. I respect it. What is Southern sweet tea? Says Roy. Ooh, Roy, you've missed out, my friend. Southern sweet tea is a tea that's generally brewed sometimes in the sun. You put the tea bags in the pitcher in a glass um, container. Of course, with a lid, sit it out in the sun. You let the sun seep that tea out of the bags into the pitcher, and then you let that pitcher cool. You put some sugar in it, typically quite a bit of sugar, and you put it in the refrigerator and let it get ice cold. And then you get a glass and a lemon and some ice cubes. And you have yourself the best summertime porch drink you could ever imagine, sir. Andy Lowe, how you doing? Appreciate you showing up. I do love some black tea too, Mr. Ebb. I definitely do. I, a lot of, once I was kind of aware of how many not great for your body things are in soft drinks, and I've kind of always been aware because I've been an athlete. Whenever I was training for anything, I didn't. And of course, because I'm, also human, I would say, oh, I'm gonna reward myself, and I drink a Coca-Cola, and it would be like, oh, and then every day, oh, Hank Hill, oh. Y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up, says Mr. Ed. Appreciate you, sir. Thanks for letting me know. Brandon, how you doing? Good morning to you as well. What type of wood are we working with? We got just some regular old white oak. No, this is red oak. And some walnut. And this is going to be the handle for my mallet we're building right now. And right now we're just cleaning some of this excess glue out of these corners. For one reason is because I never 100% am sure what my finish is going to be. I kind of let the thing tell me. I have a vague idea, and then I let it tell me along the way. And I want this corner clear just in case my design mind says, hey, put something else in there. I don't want to, but I know I might. I'm fully capable of the switch up. Plus, personally, for me, this is satisfying. This is one of those things I like to just do anyway. Sort of look forward to it. What it'll also do, really tune you in that chisel, man. Because if you're trying to get glue and not clip and not scrape up wood, the adjustments have to be fine. You know what I mean? So it's a nice way to sort of practice. Gotta be careful though. You can definitely damage the project, but at every stage you can damage the project. It worked out good on those for what we want right now. Oh, I changed my mind about that. A little bit more of this off this shoulder. See, I got a little wood with that one. Little wood came up with that one. Not enough for me to concern myself with that part, but enough for me to know I need to lighten up a little bit. I don't know why that's doing that, you guys. I'm really sorry that it is. It's got to be something with the internet or something with YouTube, but those two things are a little bit out of my control. But I'm sorry. If you hit those little hearts over there, I think it'll kind of alert the people who left that it's back going, because it'll tell the algorithm to send me to people. But I am back, and thank you. Thank you for sticking around, those of you who did. I don't know how to beat this thing. I don't know how to beat this thing. I really don't. I'm trying. I just keep resetting the feed. So we'll just work through it as best we can, y'all. When I notice it, I've got the monitors right next to this. So when y'all lose me, I'll lose me over here, and I'll know it as soon as you do. But thank you for sticking around, man. I know that's frustrating for y'all too, especially if you like sitting down and settled. You know what I'm saying? Got to get up, check your phone, go see if there's another feed going. Yeah, we'll go through it together. But hey, if this is the worst that's happened today, we having a good day, right? That's all that happened. Our phone got weird for a second. We can still call that a good morning. We can still call that a good morning. And again, a little scrapey scrape. I prefer bevel up when I'm trying to glide something off of the surface and keep it as flat as possible. Gives me a little bit more advantage, I think. Or, or it's the easy way, perhaps, because it's what seems to have worked out the best for me. I'm gonna scoot this back down. I think I trust it for a little bit right now, so y'all can see. And we're just gonna see that little bit of glue just gone. Now again, you can sort of saturate this with get a saturated wet cloth while it's still wet. Just give a good wipe. And that does pretty good. Or you could scrape it when it's just slightly dry and just kind of peel back and then hit it with a cloth. Also a way to do this. But my favorite is to come back and just plane it off with my chisel. It feels like it's teaching me something. And I'm going to make some mistakes. But aren't we all going to make some mistakes? But what we do understand is that glue on wood does not finish like wood. So if we got it on there, we want it off. And if you're like, oh, I don't want to gouge the wood, I don't want to sand too deep. Well, this is going to be ugly anyway if you leave it. So you might as well get to it. And again, it's taking off glue and whatever little wood soaked into it or allowed it in the grooves. Grooves in the heart. Yeah. And then I'll trust the sander for the rest. And maybe I'll put some 80 on that. Just hit it till it's gone. I missed somebody. Beard came in here. What's up, Beard? YouTube is breaking our hearts. Breaking our oxalic acid would probably get that out. I appreciate that info. That's good stuff. What is oxalic acid? I don't even know. Dang, YouTube. Tripping, y'all. I got to keep looking up to make sure my hand's moving in the monitor. They cut my sound off weird, and then they just dump in my feed every time I get 30 people in here. While y'all are here, please do me the solid. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. They'll be like, they like them, YouTube. Let them live. Let them live. To the YouTube gods. Please, sir. No more. No more, sir. I beg of you. Mercy. Mercy upon my channel. I imagine there's some dude just sitting there, like, with a cat in one hand, just watching my channel, stroking the cat. And while I'm pleading for my feed to stay active, he just holds his thumb out like this. And I'll just wait. And he's like, oh, send him to the lions. Send him to the lions. Oh, speaking of, literally, Lions Fix-It Shop. Always hit the like for you, Wes, even if I can't stay. Thank you, Brandon. That's the kind of thing that helps a great deal without even a lot of effort. I really do appreciate that. Confession, before I became a YouTube channel about 1.5 years ago, I'd never gone to a live and hit the like without somebody saying, hit the like button. And it like slipped my mind so often. I feel embarrassed by it now. The only saving grace is that the channels that I would have watched, I definitely watched a bunch. So at least they got the view hours, you know what I'm saying? But the like definitely encourages the algorithm these days. So I appreciate those of you who keep it at top of mind. We ain't never gonna complain about it one way or the other. We have learned our lesson on that. But we will always show our gratitude for what is offered. Thank you, YouTube, for maintaining my feed for more than 5 minutes. You're the best. And thank you for all y'all who came back. We got dumped out like 5 times already. But you came back or you waited me out. And I appreciate that for real, for real. Because that can break your heart a little bit. As a content dude, it can break your heart when you're like, oh, my friends are here. And it's like, wah, wah, your friends are gone. You have new friends. I chip that. I'm a little upset about it. I'm going to get over it. I'll fix it one way or the other. Boogaloo. Mike is making stuff. Mims in the building. What up, Mike? What up, dog? I remember that time he would come in from Martin. What up, dog? Oh, look at that. Let me just be quiet. Oh, that was satisfying. That's the kind of thing that I will watch. It's like that pimple popping doctor. I watch that stuff. Like, I don't even be wanting to. I'm like, that's crazy. And I'll be stuck. Gina! Damn! It's getting rough down here at the end. My grain must be turning upwards, as it sometimes will. You got to work it the way of the grain. You know what I'm saying? Andy Lowe says, yes, that is annoying when it happens. One of my most active lives started glitching so bad, I had to end it. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. I'm going live in about an hour, says Roy. Hope it's better by then. Me too, Roy. Me too. We can go over there and watch you get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Oxalic acid is not a primary glue solvent, but it can help remove adhesive residues in specific scenarios, such as softening glue on wood, assisting in cleaning residue after decal removal. Oh, bane of my existence, the decal removal. Ugh. 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 Curse the person whoever put stickers on wood. Curse them and their children. I know it's harsh, but not if you're a carpenter. If you're a carpenter, that is 100% appropriate. Have to go back to work. Be back in an hour. If you're still here, right on. If I'm not, go check out Roy up there. Oh, your kids. Oh yeah, kids gonna keep you busy, bro. Kids gonna keep you busy. Okay, so I did have to make some marks to square up and true up this edge because you can see it's not dead straight. And when you don't do that, you'll have a little gap, right? That'll annoy you for the rest of your natural life. So again, I'm so glad we got 20 people in here and we got 17 likes. Thank you. Each and every one of you who took the time. Thank you. You know who you are, you know who you ain't. I'm not judging. You might be driving. You might be driving. Often I'm driving and YouTubing at the same time. Don't tell nobody. But I do be doing it. I do be doing it. That too. Get it? You might get it. You might not. Let's put this square back on us. And I'm going to just use it for the guide that it is. And I hope this sound doesn't bother anybody's teeth too much. That metal on metal action can be a problem for some. Here's what I'll do instead. I'll go ahead and act like a real woodworker and use the vise. You know, easy enough. I got all my other stuff here at the ready. I don't need most of it. And what I do need, I can keep in this little cubby that I got from Cal over there at Dad's workshop. Doo-doo-doo. Shout outs to the homies. Internet friends. Yeah. I'm gonna clean all of this off just a second. It's not gonna take forever. Don't adjust your sets. Don't roll off. Like, I don't want to watch this. I can't see a mallet, not see this guy move various objects. What's this for the people? Hey, thanks for doing that, Andy. That's awesome. Thanks for joining Ray's channel. We all could use it. We all could use the members. All right. So now, if you hadn't seen this before, let me show you right quick. This vise is attached to this bench, and this bench is attached to a lot of earth because of gravity. And I just loosen that, and I can pull this right up and out. I'm doing it one-handed, and it just leaves, again, that vise right there where it's supposed to be for me to do other stuff. So, put you back over here, place the vise. Excuse my housekeeping down here. My lap is generally off camera, and this stuff is underneath that desktop, so sometimes I miss it completely. Look at this. Hidden sanding blocks. Yes, I'm keeping it all. Yes, I'm throwing this on the floor. It's my way. It's who I am, Mom. Accept me for who I am. All right. Best way to do this might be this way. Should I name my vise Squeakers? Oh, I'm not doing it that way. I'm doing it this way. We're going to do this with some chisel work. Hopefully that's a good angle. We're going to cut that line and get rid of that little bit right there. What I'm going to do first, though, is try to give myself a wee bit of help. how, you might say, Billy Bob. But I'm going to give myself a little line right here, cutting into that top surface, breaking those fibers. Once you've broken those fibers, and that'll give you a stopping point for your chisel, won't it? Indeed, it will. We're going to bring that line all the way around, because that's our way around here. And we got that there. And heck, we might even do a little bit on the top there. Look at that. I almost want to do it with that bad boy, but we won't. That there's a curved blade. What we want here is a flat blade. Hope none of y'all are offended by my fake Cajun Louisiana accent. Quite hard. I don't know, either you ain't sharp as I want you to be, or you're not as wide as I need you to be. One of the two. Felt inefficient nonetheless. We recently rebuilt these, well, recut these edges. Let's see how they do. Let's see how they do. They're shiny. Let's see if they actually work. Because this is end grain we're having to do. And we got to do it at a little bit of an angle. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of what I want to get off there in one wipe. So we're just going to gradually knock him down. I'm going to do two things real fast. Because this is tough end grain. And I may need to just put a quick pop. Oh. I need to put a polish on those chisels, but not this one. This chisel. I don't care anything at all about this grain being on it. Like it's wood, I'll cut it. Wood? Yeah, I'll cut it. Man, bring it over. Take care of him. All the way to that shoulder, fam. Still saw a little bit left to do. Might get a little bit of that walnut with this pass. And we know we're nice and seated, I think. This might not look like a whole lot. This might look like a lot of effort for a 32nd of an inch. But if you think that, chisels probably ain't sharp. Ooh, burn, burn. That's why your chisels ain't sharp. Would that be a diss in the woodworking freestyle rap battle community? Jess, what'd you say? We seen 1 spoon of chocolate. Oh yeah, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is, cool. I don't even know what That heals. I'm doing all this. I got a big stupid chunk out of the bottom down there. Now I'm removing this glue, not necessarily for the aesthetic. This will be all covered up. I'm just giving myself a clean place for my mallet head to seat, nice and flat, so I don't have any weird stuff going on at that union. You know what I'm talking about? Because after it's on there, it is a pain to take it back off and tweak it. Because if you do it like you want to do it, you want it to go down tight. You know what I mean? When you put that wedge in, and it seats it a little bit further. It's quite embarrassing. Put that thing all the way in and got a big dumb gap underneath. Ask me how I know that. Failures. Oh snap, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but it's not a lot. Over here on this side, I'm just knocking off an edge right here for that glue so that I can get it just as clean and square as what I got right here. See that little bump I did? That little bump right there. Gotta fix that. And I gotta put them close, just to be close to me, Burl. Get it? Close to me, Burl. Y'all gotta acknowledge that joke royalty when you hear it. The new RZA movie. Oh, yo, I have not seen that. I am gonna make my wife go with me though. As soon as if it's out, we going. Like maybe today. Because she asked me to go to the Michael Jackson joint. And I was totally down. But I was like, for you, babe, I will. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I could put that in the old bank for later. For and try to write that check tonight. Hey, we had such a good time at the Michael Jackson movie. I was thinking maybe we go out. Just go to the theater again. See what's playing. Someday. Hello. Beautiful someday. This is where we at, baby. I think I'm gonna knock off a little bit from up here. We've still got to figure out our handle design is what we're actually doing right now. And I think width wise, that might be enough. Halfway, right? Maybe a little more than halfway, maybe 5/9. That was a weird measurement to call out. But anyway, we're going to taper down from that point. Let's find a point to join so we've got a good idea directionally where we're going. Let's say right here is where we're going to end that. Make a line there, we'll make a line there. I said, hush, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. I don't know. We can get pretty narrow by the time we get in there, right? So let's make some registration marks for that. Let's hit it. Let's hope that by the time we get in here, we do something different. We keep it pretty narrow all the way up to about here's. And then maybe we consider what a taper looks like from here. Oh, that's that messed up piece. Maybe we'll hold that taper all the way through that. All the way through that. We'll turn this back around so we are on the flat where we got the 90 hill. And we'll give that the same, give it its girth back somewhere around here. Now, we don't necessarily need to transfer these lines across to the other side, but it can't hurt just in case we happen to orient where the belt sander is. And if it's better to do it from the left side versus the right side, then we'll have the option to choose. And I'll transfer all those marks over to the next edge, just like that. We're not going exactly perfect. We just don't have to. This is not going to be about perfection as much as it is just about being able to register similarly and knowing where you're at somewhat on the other side. I'm going to just take a little bit of time and transfer these lines, and we'll be back to some cut action shortly. Fat pencils are really for rough carpentry, not for this stuff. But I only need a rough idea, so I'm going to live with it for the moment. Something happening around here. Something, some more words I don't know. Something about beer. I don't know what words. Trying to entertain the troops. Around to this side. Again, we're transferring our registration points. I'm very light-handed with this pencil right now because all of this is going to have to either get sanded off or shaped off at some point. Some of this is our finished surface. We don't know exactly which. But we're going to be all right. Hey. Oh. I do not write well with my left hand. Some stuff I can do fine. Writing ain't one of them. Might as well have it all the way around, right? I really was gonna bust out the doggone lathe for my next mallet build, but I got parts I need to buy. Shoops are gonna be taking a break for a couple of days. Okay. Hush, children, what's that sound? Everybody oh, I wish I had just another little piece of something to pop in. I really would like, but I won't. Let's transfer that mark all the way across as well. That mark also all the way across. We'll look at the other one as a reference point for that as well. Get back around. And that's just going to represent the top of our mallet shoulder. And I'm just going to connect these dots so I have some idea which way I want to be going. This corner to that is going to be that. Like I said, this is all rough stuff. We'll be kind of eyeballing and tweaking as we go. Width wise on this handle, I think I want my minimum maybe to be that. I think that's about as narrow as I want to go. Since we got a nice square edge right here, we'll keep it, we'll use it. Let's see what that length was. It's about a 1/4 inch from the inside. From the outside, let's do that. Let's make that measurement. That's going to be more important. Lock that in right there. That way we don't have to measure it at all. We just put it right here and make a mark. And then we come over here and make that same mark. Boom. And we'll use that mark, transfer up as well from the bottom. I hope this doesn't seem complicated. I mean, it's a little bit just because it's me trying to be fancy about it, but it's really basic geometry. And some common sense and some just practice. You just learn certain things in the space sometimes. And what I'm doing now is just extending those lines I just made up, because I just want to be able to figure out how I'm on the same place each way. That's all. So I can just flip it and be like, oh, that's where I am. I used to look at people doing this and think it was sort of a waste of time. Not a complete waste of time. I just didn't want to incorporate math. And this is not quite that. It is geometry, but it's more just a square and a line. Square and a line. Make a dot where you got the square. Golly, y'all playing me so hard, YouTube. Y'all playing me so hard, it's crazy. I ain't even gonna trip. It is what it is. If you're here, welcome back. Welcome back. It keeps booting us out. This is probably time number 5. So if it happens again, I apologize again. It's just what's happening right now. I wish I had more control of it. Unfortunately, I don't. Fortunately, I don't. What I am going to do for a quick little second is get the hatchet out and see if we can chop some of this off. Old school. Because, I mean, it is what it is. I can't control it, so we're just going to keep going, right? So some of this is definitely going. This middle section from here to here is going to go all the way to that. So I'm going to lose a little. I'm so nervous about hitting this with the axe. But we can lose the bulk of these side pieces, right? Y'all are pretty close to the microphone. If that's a problem for you, just let me know in the chat, and I'll back it off some. Not bad. Now I think maybe spoke shave could be the way. From here, see if I can get you a good. I started my pepper garden, 10 kinds of hot peppers. Oh, I love that. I love that. I had a pepper garden on my patio once with about 4 or 5 kinds. And it was really interesting, like waiting to see what each one was going to taste like. I made so much salsa that year. Oh my God. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's dope. I got one spoke shave here and accounted for, the others up here. There we go. 2 hands. Gather your tools with 2 hands, people. Be better than me. Don't make my mistakes, young blood. I just grabbed that like I was going to put it right back and it was going to be all good. Trip. This one's tight and snug. Let's use a small one. It's a little more delicate anyway. Take a little bite out of that edge right there is what I want. Let me see. Sorry, I had to check my other phone for a short second. I've got a tow truck coming. We're trying to schedule somebody to get out here. All right, that's not working good either. It's doing well down here. It's kind of what I want. Right here, it's just not deep enough. And I'm a little bit worried if I make it too deep, I'm going to gouge again. And that is going to break my entire heart. Let me see if I can adjust this just a hair. Shouts out to Craig Posh. I know you're mad at me, Craig. I know you're mad. Rightfully so. Rightfully so, bro. rightfully so. I was doing a hair at Craig's suggestion, and I fumbled it so bad. It's terrible. It's a little awkward because I'm heavier in the cut than I kind of want to be. But to be able to catch this angle, I have to be. So I'm going to turn it. See if I can adjust that out from this side. I'm just going to ease up that shoulder a little bit at a time. So I can kind of come down and pull through that cut. That's what I wanted it to do. That's what I wanted to do. Now, just in that bed at all is some weirdness. So I'm going to adjust the depth on the tool and come back to that. But for now, I'm going to keep going down until at least I hit that walnut. I'm going to just get just past the valley. But as I start heading back uphill, I'm going to, curl a little bit. See if I can prevent from digging in. But also, I'm not going to go too far because I'll take away my angle this way as well. So I've got to kind of just open that whole thing up gradually and being careful because this is going to set the tone for the whole handle because the other side got to match this side. So, like most cowards, I'm going to creep up on it slow. Maybe do a little too much work to get to it, but I'll be learning along the way. Because it's a pretty heavy curve for oak to take. But got to get some practice in with the blades, not just the sand, because y'all know I like the sand. I feel like we're making a little progress. Some sort of practicing. Like this is going to get out because I'm going deeper. Yeah, beer, that grain really is just showing up for us. But yeah, this is sort of the exchange of shavings for sawdust. And again, I'm just going to gradually keep pulling that joint back down. At least until we hit that walnut. But along the way, kind of rolling in this curve, rolling in this contour. Just so my hands get used to it and the technique develops. Get some practice. All the way up to the point where it really counts. which we are creeping up on any moment now. Let me adjust this up out of the vise just to get my hand a little bit more clearance on this other side. I think I'll do that right now. That ought to be enough. Thanks, Hi Beck. We are working on a mallet. Thank you, Beer Grooves, for putting us on, family. I'm also working on some likes and some subs. So feel free to like and subscribe. Our subscriptions are free. The memberships are cheap, but you 100% can win a mallet. Somebody won this mallet 2 days ago. That's why I'm making it. Handcrafted stuff. From some kid's dad working in his garage. Now we're getting into that walnut. And then we're gonna clean all this up directionally. Oh, this rough chatter. This is the kind of thing that if you can get in a rhythm with it, it's really beneficial. Again, I'm gonna clean up stuff up here, going down into the valley of that handle. Doing decent. I got a little chip right here I don't like. Sometimes it's tough coming out of that valley. So now I'm going to bring this plate back some and try to get back to some shallow cuts. This is shaping, so it's not particularly shallow. But that's what we're going to get to real soon. All right, you get addicted to this thing. Be careful. All right, I'm gonna loosen that up a little bit again. Just a hair. I'm gonna send this blade back some more. Tighten it back up. Simple. I have to put you on top of the cart and just listen. But I'll help you with those view hours. Would watch if I wasn't at tie back. I appreciate you, family. That's dope. What up, Scoob? How you doing? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Hey, Miss Suzanne. I don't know if I said hey to you earlier or not. Thought I did, but I really don't know. But I don't want to ever be rude to you. So, good morning. We're gonna scooch that forward a little bit. Tighten it again. See if we're hitting yet. Barely. Barely. I wonder if this is the thing to loosen. Maybe it was. Let's see. Doing great. My new sticker should be delivered today or tomorrow, and I'm 50 away from 1,000 subs. Yo, that's awesome, Suzanne. I think your channel should be doing way better numbers than that for what you do. Please, 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 if you would, you can post your channel in the live right now. Since you are a mod, and like all mods in this channel, if you have a channel that you want publicity, traffic, whatever, to, you're a mod. I've already given you the thumbs up for that. We had a couple people join Cedar's channel this morning from here, and that was awesome. A couple folks exchanged channels info. So it's a good place for that. Like, this chat is full of folks who want to see what you do, because they're watching me do what you do. Not as good as you do, but I mean, they'll watch me, they'll watch you. Really like how that's cutting now. Just got to keep it out of that valley. Keep it from going up the other side. and you rip it. Maybe not the right term. Maybe not the right technique. But man, it's working. I think that's about as good a curvature as you can expect from me. Sticky brands for my stickers, and Sticky Mule is good too. Oh, I'll try it. I'll try them both. Sticky brands. Scoob says I'm looking into getting stickers. Ah. And vendors to not use. Oh. So let's put. So we got some good information getting passed around. I'm gonna write it down too. Bam. Now we got some information. That feels nice. It's kind of clean too. You know, we're gonna put sand on it. We're gonna do stuff to it. But so far so Gucci. You remember Father Guido Sarducci? From the guy was hilarious back in the day. He was a rabbi, you know, but he's like a rabbi with like a real sort of like a heavy accent, you know. Sometimes when we talk, have to like really be paying, you know, like attention to what he's saying sometimes. Whew. Shout out to these triceps. About to be lit. You can get stickers from Big Worm. You do not want those stickers. You get pulled over. Where'd you get these stickers? Where my stickers, Smokey? what a completely different experience. That side to that side, same dimensions, more or less. But real close. That's still too big for my hand, so we're gonna keep rocking it down, knocking it down till we get in somewhere closer to that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want it to look like a big old hatchet or warrior's tool. Well, do we? Big perm. I do thank all 40 of you for being here, 46 of you for being here. I do appreciate that. While you're here, if you want to hit that like button, that'd be dope. If not, still cool. We lit anyway. We gonna be lit anyway. Because I'm easy. Easy like it's Monday morning. Hey. I said I'm easy. Sorry. Said I'm leaving you tomorrow. Got jammed up just then. Yikes. I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free, so free. Just me. Dang. Must have been hard to hear from Lionel Richie. Pretty famous. Just cutting you off. Cheetah Robux. BV? What? What in the haberdasheries and hemoglobins? Did you come over here, Big Beardo, to continue our woodworking lessons? I don't even have to tell y'all who Bearded Viking is. He is a hub of this woodworking community. I've got plenty of subscribers sent my way via him. And I'm grateful for my good brother, BV, the Bearded Viking. The Bearded Viking. If you don't know, that guy's hilarious. That guy is hilarious. and welcoming. You come into his chat and he'd be like, "Hey, West Desert, how's it going, brother?" You know what I'm saying? Who else gives you a greeting like that? Cool ass laugh. And this dude used to work in the music industry, like me. So he has known some joy and pain in the same damn thing. So shout out to him. Special place in my heart. That was a good BB impression. Hey man, that guy is awesome. West Desert is my favorite channel ever. Well, thank y'all. I'm hoping to do a good BV impression with my channel numbers. If I can pull that off. Cause that dude does the YouTube. Anyway, like I said, I like to big up all the good channels, all the guys that are doing stuff that would be interested for you. I can't do everything at once. But between us all, we can keep you relatively entertained, I think. It's getting a little rough for that tool now. So I'm going to keep pulling this up. That's why you got to keep pulling out that voice just to check, see how far you're going with things. Yeah, I'm going to keep squeaking in on it. But like you and I agree on, Wes, never give up and you'll get there. Trying to tell you, good bro. Trying to tell you. It's the giving up that mess you up. I used to say cheaters never win. I've seen some cheaters win. I ain't seen no quitters win. I ain't saying cheat. I am saying don't quit. I mean, I already know when BB get called up for the YouTube awards, I already know he's gonna reserve a seat at the table for your boy. I already know. So he set me a plate right here. And come on. That oak is fighting back now, baby. Scoob Dooby, I just subbed to those of you who I wasn't already subbed to. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Tell you right dang on now. Scoob Dooby is such an active channel member to have. A full blessing. A full blessing to have on your channel. Just in general, a very genuine and supportive person. So, once again, shouts out to Scoob Dooby. Also, a hub in this woodworking community, which does include quite a few other channels who hang out here as well. Like some people watch, some people actively get in your comments. Some people hit the like. Some people will always leave a comment behind. I celebrate it. Appreciate you, Scoop. You don't even trip when people be pronouncing your name wrong. Don't try this goofy technique I'm doing. All sellers would not approve. But it worked. I'm just going to ease up on it, man. I'm just keep sliding. In fact, it may be necessary to really start on some serious registration marks up top. I don't want to go much further than that. That's about as far as I want to go here. We'll pull it up a little bit more here. See what I got. Getting closer. Now we can just sort of figure out really the particulars of that handle and what we want to do with it. Real close. But I think that's enough for pulling it off with the spoke shave. I think we got to get a little bit more careful now. And for me, that's going to mean the sander. And for the sander, I've got one important thing that I've got to do is mask up. Get my life right. 44 of y'all in here. We got 34 likes. If I can get that to squeak up just to 50, I don't know. Would it make me happy? I don't know. But would I like it? Certainly. Would you win money by doing it? Who knows? No, you won't. You won't. I'm just kidding. I should have said that. Just kidding. All right. I'm going to hit this. And I am going to mask myself. Just give me a second to protect my lungs that have been serving me for so long. So well. Is it a bad sign when you got to blow dust out of your mask before you put it on? Is this wrong? Is this the right way? We are going to clean off our sand paper first because that's the righteous thing to do. Won't take but a second. Personally, I find it mesmerizing. Not bad, Sinbad. No, we gotta still do a little bit more shaping. We'll do that by hand though. Hey, Fetty Spaghetti. What's good? What's good? How the heck are you? How the heck are you? What we got here? A couple little things to do. Not major, but a couple. I'm gonna grab maybe a palm sander for a little bit of this. Might work out okay. I could put a decent grit on here and I can sort of control it and get all the way around at 360. So we're gonna do that. Give me a quick second to get it set up. We've been making a mess, which is always a good time. Keep your chest behind. Boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. cleaning up that bottom and rounding this thing out, getting to a pretty consistent looking shape. I think that's going to be okay. School says, hey, Chuck, if you haven't seen Wes's short, How to Repair a Chip Chisel Quick and Easy, definitely catch it. This is the funniest thing. The tiny weep cracks me up every time. Thanks, thanks, School. That's hilarious. I love that people enjoy that. I do. Sometimes you just be home. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take a little time, poke a little fun at a real thing that happened. Oh. So let's see. Now, these hardwoods are both hardwoods, man, but they have such different characteristics and some very similar hardships. These two. The oak is not as delicate, but it is splitty. Walnut is hard, but fragile. It's a weird combination, those two words together. But it is true. So I got the green on here, which is essentially the 80 grit sandpaper. I am just going to pull all the harsh lines out of this piece right here. I'm going to round this edge over in each and every way that I can do it, because hard corners on walnut is a trick in the making. Don't you fool yourself and think anything else is happening. You're going to have chips like a 1970s cop show. And this 80 grit should help us with some of our tooling marks, both from the spoke shave and from the sander over there. We don't really mind the spoke shave ones, but we do want to keep some consistent looks about it. So we're going to soften those marks as well. ATB, yum. I'm working on fried rice right now with some red wine. And Wes playing the side. Can't complain here. Man. I would tune into your channel just to let you talk about your life. I enjoy hearing about what you got going on. You seem like you're having my kind of day sometimes. I like it. I like it a lot. West Desert gets worldwide. I'll do some traveling too. Come by and have a glass of red with you. In a country with free health care. How about that? I'm right there with you, Fetty. I'm right there with you. Sounds pretty tasty to me too. Not bad. Not bad. That's a part of it licked. We still got more to do. We got to narrow that down a little bit with the chisel. And then we got to put a cut in it. No problem. And then we're going to go into this, cut some of that nonsense out. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of glue squeezing out right there. We did a pretty good job keeping it together. But we are going to cut that or sand it. We are going to sand that. Might as well hit these edges. And hell, we might as well do it now. No time like the present. As long as I don't get too distracted and F up the shrimp. Please don't. I'm ordering some flowers for my mom for Mother's Day. For those of you who celebrate, don't forget it's coming this weekend. Absolutely right, Fetty. Thank you for that reminder. I got reminded of that 2 days ago on my credit card statement. Like, hey, you're booked and confirmed. I was like, wait, what? But who am I to argue? Who am I to argue with a Mother's Day vacay? You know what I mean? Let's go. I'm not even a mother. We got 40 likes in here. That's real close to 50. I think we can get 50. And if you do give me 50, I'm going to say thank you. But first, thank you for the 40. Good looking. Almost there. All right, we almost there. I know y'all don't like to watch the boring parts, but it's part of it. I'm sorry. I wish I could do better for you, but I can't. I can't. I strive to be the best Uber tuber I could be. And all I get from you is hurt and pain. Again, I'm going to use this thing like I told you I'd be using this thing. And all we have to do is line that up with what we want our cut edge to be. That's it. That's all. And then we can sit it to the side. Cut it. We're just going to clean that edge right off. Right off. We're not going to bother with sanding anything. We might bother with power. That might be a thing that we concern ourselves with. I don't like to brag, but I do have electricity in my shop. Just saying. I don't like how that did because I'm cutting from that side and the motor's getting in the way. I'm gonna do it again from here. Not as good a view for you, but 100% works better. I'm gonna hit it again. Upon this side, same thing. Look how thin. Where's does it? Sorry if that hurts your ear holes. Please hit the like button. Because what else I gotta do other than beg? Beg? No biggie. Beggars can't be choosers, but choosers can't be winners. What's a dragon boat? Like the ones with a bunch of people in it, like Mulan? So you want, I don't know what that is, ATP. Nick and Fran says, sup everyone, great day to be in the garage watching some YouTube. Indeed it is, Fran. Absolutely. Oh, a dragon boat races are so cool. My mom used to participate now and now every year. Really? What? Please enlighten us on that, Betty. That sounds like something cool. All right, so we got sort of a mallet. We ain't ready yet. I'm gonna go inside of there, work out some deets. Some deets. I'm gonna try to position you guys where you can see in that hole, and you know, get it all out of there. Back it up, back it in. Let me begin. I came to win, battle me. That's a get a little more bend than that. There we go. Feeling, funkin', passing a drunken. I got more rhymes than this cops at a Dunkin' Donut shop. Sure enough, I got props from the kids in the hill. Cause my pops. I came to get down. Came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around. See if I. Oh no! Chisel drop. A chisel will never ever fall on the doggone wood side. Because it's top heavy. And yeah. Sometimes they just want me to cry. The way of the chisel. The chisel's way. Thanks, Scoob. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. It's gonna get better, hopefully. I do feel like I got some lightweight openings here. I gotta put some CA glue in, or I call it done. I don't like those little micro fractures. Best to fill them and spill them. Wheel them and deal them. Chill, drill them, and manil them. Hope you guys are having a chill day, man. Monday is not always favorite day to go back to the hustle and bustle. I hope you enjoy your hustle and your bustle. But if you don't, I hope this eases it a little bit. You guys just hold on for 1 second. I gotta take every single call for a second. Hello, this is Wes. And you're no tow truck. You're a telemarketer. You're a telemarketer. And I ain't telling. And I ain't in the market. That's cleaned out pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and figure out how much effort we're going to have to make for that mallet. And all I'm doing is just going in there backwards, right? And that way I can tell how much I got left to go. I could just trim off the first, what is that, about a little more than 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8. Right, I trim that off the top, and I can come through. Right, I can make it through. So let's knock that little bit off. Things sound like Seal, not the singer. Have a great day, everyone. Time to eat this dinner. Looking great. Wes might be back later. Hey, we'd love to have you. Thanks a bunch, ATP. Nick and Fran says should be working, but construction is a little slow in the Twin Cities right now. Sorry to hear that, Fran. I hope it picks up soon too. It's been pretty okay here. But things definitely vary from city to city. It's like the markets are completely different sometimes. I remember one time contractors in Georgia were starving. And all my contractor friends in California were buying boats. Like it's the same time. Uh-oh. That twerk good. catch this here up top. And then lay it flat all the way down. And again, we don't mind this being sort of a tight fit because it's only the very tip that's going to be a tight fit. Everything else is going to be loose, relying on that wedge to spread out and catch the walls. So we're not going to go too crazy. Take off too much here. The good thing is it doesn't have to be perfect in here. It's going to be hidden. But the smoother that wall, smoother this edge, the better that fit's going to happen. And again, like I said, I'm just going to clean up this edge. I'm not going to do a whole lot beyond that, because when we cut for our wedge, that's going to remove material, and it's going to leave us sort of a fork, and that fork is going to be able to close between. So we don't want to get too crazy. I'm just making sure my shoulders are nice and clean. And we'll go ahead and cut our split for our wedge in this bad boy. I'm going to have to do it where I'm sort of sitting across from it, but I don't think you're going to mind that. And if you are, put them up, put them up. Someday I'll be back when you are sanding. Oh, I'll be sanding soon. Nick and Fran, I hope that weather is nice for you today. It's windy and cloudy here today up north, says Teddy. And here I usually guess the middle for the wedge. Just I've done really crooked cuts here before. I really don't trip it too tough. Because it's inside. And the crooked cut in this case pretty much do the same thing as an uncrookified cut. I think I will do a slightly smaller hole than what I got on my bit right now. Put that on. That'll give us a place for our split to stop, and it'll give us a place for our saw to stop. I'm gonna look straight through this from up top. I know it's an old stick, but I still do it. All right. Mike Taz. Mike Taz. Love my bench. Woo. Don't give up. That was a little clumsy. Oh, gosh. That was tough. Tough like cool. All right. Are those Dora the Explorer safety Crocs? Well, Lion King, maybe. No, my friend. We got to go through a little history for you on these puppies. This is Orange Blossom. She is part of the Strawberry Shortcake crew, but she is a shortcake of color. My wife dressed up as her for Halloween this past year, and it was cute as heck. And yeah, she didn't put them back on, and I was like, hey, we spent money on those. And I came down to the shop one day, and I'm like, it's always sawdust and stuff down here, so I'm like, I'll just slide these on, and they fit. And not only did they fit, they're glorious. They're glorious. See, Jackie would love them. She probably would. I am sure. I love them. They're so comfortable. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some dusting. Charlie Babbitt. Charlie Babbitt. Get it? Some dusting? Dusting. All right. You don't have to laugh. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked for your stupid laughs. All right. Got our dust out of the way. Let's see if this bad boy will just go down and work. And then we'll have to cut a wedge, but we have to cut a wedge. So no problem. All right, so let me show you. Remember I was telling you? It's sort of too big, but then with the cut, boop, you can wedge it in there because it'll squeeze. And then that'll keep the split from happening inside later because that has to widen up at the top because that mouth is significantly heavier, right? So here we go, little boom. I thought I'm wearing SpongeBob Crocs in the past. No, just these. Just these. All right, now this is always so counterintuitive to knock the head of this thing in by beating down on the handle. But every time I do it, it feels like magic. one of the most satisfying parts of woodworking for me. Like a bug in a rug. Shout out to Shutterbug Photography, Shutterbug Lightning Photography. That mallet is looking pretty sweet. Now, we've already popped the head on, but before we finalize anything, I think I'm going to hit these edges with a little chamfer all the way around, so I don't have to try to do it on this side against this handle being in the way. You know what I'm saying? It'll interrupt my flow. Just beat that head back down in there. What up, Rob? Thanks for joining us. If you don't mind, try not to use that awful accent when you say hello. Okay? That's all I ask. Bad joke. Most satisfying part of woodworking is slam beating your wood. Listen, your dad jokes are fair here. They are welcome, my friend. We do not dad shame. Okay? We do not. Not on this channel. Not on my watch. Not on my necklace either. Ugh. Get out of there. All right, so let's go ahead and work this chamfer. This is not a complicated thing. I'm going to do it really fast. And I'm going to do it with my cool little guide if it's already set up. If it's not already set up, I will abandon this live stream and I will retreat to my bedroom and cry for the okay, here it is. Nice. Okay, y'all know what this is. Put this thing here, put all these magnets on here, put this bad boy on here, should complete, does that, and then I get a nice chamfer all the way around my beautiful workpiece. Why is it taking so much? Jesus. Calm down, would you? Let's put it on the vise and work it like a gentleman. You're waiting for the sanding someday? Is that what you're after right now? Because I will do some sanding. What kind of sanding we doing? What are we talking about? We're going to chamfer these edges with the 80 grit on the block. Because that's what we can do. We can round our edges even if we want to. We're not limited. Heck, you really want to do some heavy duty sanding, I got no problem with this bad boy. Scoot, I gotta agree with you. That was a very specific dad joke. That was like a dad joke, but with like a little bit of 12-year-old brother joke mixed in with it. Both are welcome, by the way. Woo. Should you put him on timeout? That joke is harder to pull off. Take him to the bar, Scoot. Take him over to the bar. Get him a drink on me. See, at the dad joke bar and grill, when somebody heckles, they get the right to take the stage themselves. Like, we just send them up. Like, come on, finish us off, buddy. You heckle the guy on stage, and the audience is like, give him a chance. He's got a shot, too. Showtime at the Apollo, the West Does It Comedy Hour. Because I'm always going to welcome the dads. I'm always going to welcome their jokes. And there's nothing nobody can do about it. All right, now I'm back on the 80. Just standing out. Whatever glues I see, whatever blemishes I see, anything that looks inconsistent, I'm going to try to hit it and make sure it's not a real problem. Now, I'm not going to use the orbital sander for that because now I'm getting into my finishes and I want to go with my grain. I don't want swirls. I want to ride with my grain. I really have to think of something interesting to do with Craig's hair. There's not hairs in his hair, but hairs in a rabbit. Said I'll make him one, or make one at his suggestion. It's not been successful. And not only that, I haven't had good ideas. Usually I get a lot of ideas when a request comes along. This one, not so much. I'm not entirely sure why. I actually think it's a good idea. But don't exactly generally do stuff. I usually have some sort of, I get more excited when it's an idea I've had some time to think about. I think maybe I just need some more time to think about it. Just put a little dab of glue in there. Add a dab of glue. Add a dab of glue. Add a dab of glue. Hey, West Desert, thanks for coming in the chat. All right. Might as well do the whole bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it. See that little bitty crack? Little bitty crack right there? We're gonna just, what I said. Steal that man's whole bit. Don't tell anybody I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna bring it around here to the top too, right? All the way around that whole joint. This is bonded. It's mostly bonded. That's a little infraction. And all we're gonna do, put a little glue on it. We're gonna sand right over top of that. It's the perfect storm because all the sand from the sanding bonds with the glue, slides in that crack, fills it in. And we end up with flawless work. No problems. No problems, my friend. Wes gets a gig at the Apollo road trip. Showtime. At the Apollo. I would get booed off the stage so fast. I wouldn't even, by the time I drag my bench out there, they'd be like, what the? Boo! They'll come out and tap dance me right off that stage. Y'all old enough to remember the Gong Show? That was crazy. I love that show. Just totally bring that back. I like shows where the crowd decides. I don't like shows where the judges decide. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Again, we are sanding with our grain direction. And as I hit these corners, I'm just rounding them over so I can have no chance of breaking and cracking on my edges. And it'd be a little bit more pleasant to hold as well. Nobody wants to squeeze tight with hard angles. I want soft, supple curves. Giggity. Mike Taz, your phone acting up? Amanda, I'll come loose. This part right here, I was just about to give up on it. I was like, this might be a stain through the wood. And then it came off. Yep. All these edges are good. Now, yo, I think we've gotten somewhere. I think we have gotten somewhere. But there's one thing I do want you to think about. We got a lot of gap. So I think we'll use 3 separate. I don't know, maybe one really long wedge. Maybe one really long wedge is in order. Don't know. Let's try this one. Let's try just a piece of cherry here. We'll chop it down to the appropriate length or width once we get there. Where's my saw? Silence. Silence, you cuz. Can y'all see right there? Let's see if between these two, if that's enough. Easy way to check it. That goes right there. That goes right there. Is the gap vilified? The answer is no, ladies and gentlemen. A resounding no. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to get a couple more. This time I think I want to use a different species. Just because I like to be cute and or clever. This is what we're already into, so let's go ahead and go with that. Hi, y'all. Let's see, that width ought to work. I'm going to make a little mark on that with my pencil. I'm going to take it over to the table saw. Not the table saw, but the miter saw. And give it what for. You can see me do it. If you like watching. I got 49 likes and I only asked for 50. And I think you very graciously have done what you could do. I ask no more of you. Thank you. Knock the whole piece off of that. Oh, snap. I cut it on that stupid angle. I didn't reset my saw. Ruined. Everything has been ruined. And when these glasses slide down and your vision gets compromised a little bit, kind of ticks you off. Maybe not you, but me? Whew. Whew. Hi, Wes. Hello, Plywood. What's up, my honey handmade, aka Super Steve? See, we in here working, man. We trying to get this thing did. We are trying to get our goals accomplished. I don't know if we have yet, but we cut these. Now this is likely going to be too much even. I'm going to have to shave them down a little bit. Make them work perfect. Move you out of our way. Out of the way. Oh man. Wrong size. Somehow. But we can't take this little sliver over and cut it. So we're going to have to split these. I'm going to have to split them. The wedges. I don't mind one little bit. Stop it. All right. I don't mind that happening. As long as we got the right width at the top, and we do. We'll do it again with this one. Please don't mind it. Please allow me to. 51 likes. Woohoo! I made it, mama. I made it. Baby boy. Your baby boy is a YouTuber. I sincerely thank y'all for that. It does help my algorithmic flow. All right, we got a couple of pieces here. We got that one piece of cherry still to narrow to our width like the others. We'll make that mark. And we can have that wedge. 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 Did that sound like a South African chorus? Hey, any of you in the chat who have recently come over, joined the channel, if I have not been able to acknowledge you for traffic or whatever else, please stick around. I try my best. Try my best. But I don't want people to feel neglected in the chat. And I know that sometimes I am obviously pretty occupied in here and I can't always see. But I do want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Every single blessed one of you. And that's not me being facetious. That is how I genuinely feel. I appreciate you. Okay, I've got this, and I think these are my three wedges, my three sons. I think I'm gonna cut that one down to catch that size as well. I don't want no broilings. And then we'll get this bad boy ready to put the handle on. I am going to go over that wedge. Broke perfectly. But I am going to go adjust for the other ones that did not break as smoothly as that. That's going to give me a wedge I'll be happy to have. There's one. I don't know. That might be a better number 2. Might be a better number 2. Man, when these glasses start moving down my face, it really is a problem. I don't like glasses. I really don't. All right. Our wedges are ugly, but they are going to work. I'm going to do this one over on the sander. I would take you with me, but I don't think you would follow me and like it. I think you would be like, oh, what's he doing over there on the sander? I don't like that. All right. Got a couple wedges, and I'm ready to go. I got a 9 in my pocket. How can I feel neglected while watching great content? Man, plywood, thank you, thank you. And it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Plywood has been hanging out this channel since its inception, and just it's a good man coming through. Appreciate it, bro. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's the sound of silence. All right, so first wedge I'm going to put in is this middle one, and it's going to dictate a lot. A lot. So I'm going to get pretty close to you so you can sort of see what we've got going. Oops. We lost some glove. Better that than skin, right? And let that sit there. Just, can you chill? Can you chill? Sorry, you guys. Sorry. Sometimes I have to straighten out this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pull a little bit off of this edge. That was a little tight. And I don't want to push outward on the glue up. And it's dry. Partially cured. But it is not cured. So we don't want to put too much extra pressure on it. Particularly if we ain't got to. It felt good. So we got that. Got that. And then we've got wedge number 3. Come on down. Here's the next wedge on the mallet. Havoc. Brought to you by What's Does It? Just kidding, YouTube. Don't start sending me notifications. Who sponsored you? How much was it? Where's that cut, punk? You got the 3-piece going in. Start with the top and just work the whole joint down. All right. We're a snugger, then a bugger, and a rugger. So we can go ahead and cut that now. Now, sometimes I'll put glue in this joint before I do that. Sometimes I won't. Yeah, what's up? But I am gonna, because I prefer a wedge fit. I just prefer it, right? But I don't like looking at lines and dealies. You know what I'm saying? So this is a cheat that I do that you totally don't have to do. And you don't have to comment on it if you hate me for it. But I'm going to squeeze glue around that whole top after the fact. Just because when I start cutting this down, I want it to go in those holes. Because I am going to sand the top of that again when I'm done. But this is the way I like to do it. I got 54 likes. That means I got some friends in here. Thanks, buddies. Thank y'all. Now, there's this invention called a vise. Some of you guys use it. It looks like that. I love it. I love it. Quicksand. Get it? Ugh. And this, what we end up with. Nice and pretty. No gaps around any of it. Nice and tight. That is the way I prefer it. We'll put some linseed oil on it because that's what we should do. First, I'll put some 220 grit sand on it because that's also what I should do. Soften up everything. You've already did a pretty good sand on everything. This is just to kind of clean it up some. It'll take that oil a little bit better. After this, obviously, you're gonna get the handle. A little dub. That's 220 for the late person. Look at that head. It looks good. You're almost out of here. We're almost out of here. All we need now is the linseed oil. Yay! Watch here. Lions would say put it out in the sun for pollination. And he'd be right. The only problem is I live in the woods and I just don't get direct sunlight very much, very long, very often. It's bright outside. It's beautiful. But no sunlight. All the vacuum and it's getting. Let's get started. I really would though like to get that benefit of sitting it out in the sun and getting that from it. But if I find a spot of sun, 3 to 6 minutes later, it's going to be over with. I'll be in the shade again. That's why I'm slowly but surely trying to knock trees down in my front yard so that at least my front yard maybe could have a chance at some grass. Right now I can grow clovers, I can grow moss, and I can grow ivy in my front yard and giant trees. Can't forget all the giant trees. Now we're just going to keep adding our linseed oil. And you can tell the more that you put on here, the richer it gets, better it seals up. If I can't see the sunshine, be the sunshine. Deep philosophies in the West Desert chat. Don't forget, this is the Wu-Tang Clan. It is rooted in the arts and sciences. This end grain takes a couple applications for it to fully soak in there, but it does give you something back. You know, I'm just procrastinating on hitting those at the top, those wedges, because that's going to be a feature. Okay, let's see. That's 1, 2. Glorious. Because the wedges are going to be representing end grain too, so they're always very deep and very rich. And in our case, we've got cherry in the middle and then the two wedges on the side that are walnut. We hit the bottom of this thing, and then we're going to hit that handle and see what happens to it. Let the sun shine in. Let the sun shine in. Okay. That's what we're getting. I'm going to hit this up here. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be precise. I'm going to be careful. Then we're going to be glorious. That's working in nicely. That's working in quite nicely. That's a lot of what we were expecting to happen. Here we are having it. Do you like this piece of wood that I chose for this side? Got a little error up there. I might need to put something in there. I don't believe you, told Freako. But I've got a couple of little things I do need to do today. And I do think this was a success, at least in this part. And then I'll come back a little bit later. We'll put our finish on it, which is a sheen. But for now, that's a good mallet. Solid, it's gonna be strong. That oak is gonna do the job on anything. Size of that's got good girth, it's got good strength, and you want it heavier up top. Not heavy as in heavy, heavy as in wider, so you can do that. Because most of your chiseling is this motion, not that motion. So, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Look at them little cool knots going through that wood. I appreciate y'all for dropping by, hanging out. Anybody who engaged us in the chat. There's a bunch of y'all in here, and I do appreciate it. Y'all are cool as hell, and I'm going to sign off for now. Catch y'all a little bit later on the flip side. I got a lot of stuff to do here, so I'm going to do it all with you, but I'm just letting you know. But now, well, Wes does it.